Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Real Sports Live Network pregame show where we have Mission Vets on the left side, Mission Vets on the right side, taking on Mercedes Tigers over here on the left. Mission Vets, who played the game previously before this, and Mercedes coming down here with some fresh legs. Tune in as both teams are getting ready in their own respective huddles, and we will find out what happens later on in this game as Mercedes takes on Mission Vets. Stay with us here as we have a few short words from our sponsors.
For you, Buick, Brownsville, Texas.
100 years ago, in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley, a spark was born. From the first dreamers who stepped onto these grounds, Texas Southmost College has stood as a promise that determination can overcome any challenge. Join us as we honor our past, celebrate our present, and ignite the future together. Texas Southmost College, 100 years strong, and the next 100 begin with you.
I fell on a loose towel at the grocery store, and now they're saying it's my fault. Do you think you could help?
Of course I can help. You should be focused on feeling better.
Oh, thank you, Law Champ. Hey, do you think I can get a selfie?
Of course.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Real Sports Live Network. We have Mercedes on our left taking on Mission Vets on our right. They are both in their huddles getting ready for the game that they have prepared in a few minutes going on. As players step into the court, getting into their positions already. Coaches talking to the players, making sure they understand everything they have to do to get this win here for Mercedes on the left side. And now the same being done for Mission Vets on the right. Referee making sure all players are in their positions. Don't want no mistakes off of miscommunication on rotations. That would be 3 points you do not want to give up here. So very important to be in your spots. Starting off the game. Both teams getting ready now. Players talking it over. You can see here Mercedes having a little bit of fun. Very important. Don't want to be over focused on the game to where you're not having no fun and end up making mistakes because of it. And here we are. We started off with Mercedes with the ball, looking to serve, and a great spike right here by Mission Vets, looking to start the game. Great hit on the outside. And now they look to serve. Giant gap in the middle for Mercedes. Diving effort there, not able to cover enough ground. Great tip right there by Mercedes into the middle. Good pickup. Another set by the line. Good tip to the back row. Saved by Vez. Now they look to go to the attack. Another great spike. Great pickup by Libero. Mercedes on the attack. Not enough. Ooh, great hit right there by Vets, being able to get it just high enough for Mercedes to deflect it, causing a little bit of miscommunication there on the back row as they take on this early 3-0 lead. Serve hits the net and luckily falls into the Mercedes side. See, that could have been the best option as there is a giant gap right there for Mercedes, looking to play the ball deep on the serve. However, instances like that where it hits the net is just unfortunate. Ooh, miscommunication there by Mercedes. Both players not knowing who's going to get the ball, it seems. Oh, this serve just a little bit too much heat going down, giving a point to Mercedes. Rotations now for both teams. As Mercedes looks to serve now, their second time in this game. Nice hit, but even greater block right there by Mercedes front row, number 15 right there with the stop. Can they do it again? Yes, she can. Being able to get up there above the net to stop the ball twice in the span of 10 seconds. Great play right there. Diving effort there by Vets to be able to save that ball. Looked like it was going to be just inside the line. Great play by Mercedes being able to save it. With the ball in play. Now Vets looking to attack. Not enough. Mercedes now. Ooh, powerful hit, but an even greater block right there. Again, number 15 there in the front row. The tip. And just crossing the line and hitting the net is Mercedes there. Point given to Mission Vets. Here we are here on the Real Sports Live Network. We are at Donna High School. So that is what that sound is going to be over the intercom. As we have Mission Vets looking to extend their lead, leading by 4. Ooh, great hit, but even better save. However, the hit was so strong that it just deflected off of the Mercedes defender straight out of bounds. Score is now 7-2. The setup there for Mercedes, nice, but great play by the back row, being able to track that ball down. Great hit, just not enough right there. Vet's able to stop it. And now an attack from the middle. Yes, crosses it over into the top right corner. Point for Mission Vets. Great hit right there in the middle of the court, being able to find the open space in the back row. Nice tip right there, being able to control the ball and finding the open zone. We can see that on the run up there, knowing exactly where that ball wanted to go was Mercedes. Finding the open zone that Mission Vets left for them. Mercedes now looking to serve. Great powerful hit from the middle again. However, this one is picked up. Sent back to the vet side. See if they can do it again. Great block by Mercedes front row right there, number 11. Ooh, powerful hit, however, picked up. Great hit right there. Ooh, nice save right there. Being able to stop her momentum, going to the ball, not touching the net, not giving no free points to Mercedes. Oh, this ball is still in play. It seemed like it was going to be falling straight down. Nice tip, diving effort. Great rallies by both sides. Both teams are doing phenomenal right now in terms of tracking the ball, moving the ball all over, getting their setups right, We've seen attacks from both teams that just had monstrous hits. However, the defense stayed strong, stayed firm in their positions, not giving up those points. The end, it came up to reaction times in the front row. Great pickup right there as another monstrous hit was going to them. This time a tip. Another killer hit, breaking through the hands of the frontline defender. Now Mercedes with 5. Tip by Mission Vets. Lands just inside, being able to see and put it right into the outside shoulder of the defender. Vets now looking to increase their lead. Great hit right there, however. It is stuffed at the top of the net by Mercedes. Great play. Great timing right there by the front line as well to be able to stop that, because it surely seemed like a great hit was going to be coming in. Ooh, this time another great hit, this time from Mercedes now, as it is deflected off of the hands of the defenders for Vets. What a powerful shot right there that was. Mercedes making some substitutions, Revs waiting to call it in. And now the Revs blow the whistle ready. Official timeout by the referees here, as there looks to be a concern on positioning of the players. While that is going on, here's a few words from our sponsors.
Was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
Give your little one the best start at Brownsville ISD.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have Mercedes with the serve. Great tip right there by the front row, being able to get that ball back in play. Ooh, powerful hit. Great pickup right there by the back row. Nice tip right there by Mercedes. However, Vets is on that. Great hit just along the line. Flagged out of bounds. Ball for Mercedes. Ooh, great hit, however, just not able to get under the ball enough to hit it up high over the net. Mercedes now closing in their lead gap, down by only 2. However, they have the momentum right now. Great serve, this time a tip by Vets. Ooh, nice hit. Lack of communication there by Vets and hesitation. That is not what wants to be happening right now, as the score is 10-9. Only 1 point difference now. Vets was leading by as much as 4 points earlier in this first set. However, Mercedes has been able to slowly turn the tide now, looking for this next point to tie the game. And they do get it. Mercedes now tied 10-10. Still keeping up with the momentum. As we see there, they have excitement in their faces now, not being down so much. Vets, however, does not seem worried at all, knowing that if they play their game, they can execute well. And there it is, another dagger, however, is shielded up and broken up by the defense of Mercedes. That has been excellent so far in preparing for those. This time, however, the hit not being able to cross back into the play area. Point for Mission Vets. Substitutions here now for both teams. Great hit from the outside by Mercedes. However, not hard enough. As we see here, Vets has that strength. Sends the Mercedes defender stumbling. Ooh, but this time Mercedes able to break through the hands of the defender in the front line and get that ball to fall and drop straight on the ground on the Vets side of the court. Score is now 11-11. Mercedes here more than wishing to get this point. Ooh, great hit, however, great pickup by Mercedes, as we have seen time and time again. Both teams consistent in what they're doing, great attacks and great defense by Mercedes. Change of pace here, however, the tip, good idea. Just inside of the line, crossing over to the other side and hitting on that is Mission Vets, giving the 12 point to Mercedes, who now have officially taken their first lead of this first set. Nice hit right there, putting it on the outside, throwing off the defenders. Now that score is tied. Ooh, great hit. However, just too much heat on that one as it sails out of bounds. Vets now taking back their lead that they have kept for so long in this first set. Short-lived lead by Mercedes. However, can they get it back to a tie? Mercedes looking now to get an attack going. They do. However, this one blocked. Perfect timing there by number 5 for Mission Vets, being able to wall up and deflect the ball back into Mercedes' sides, not giving them enough time to react to that. Ooh, just a little bit too much swiping down on that spike right there by Mercedes. Great diving effort by both players on the vet side, however, just not enough. Rotation now by Mercedes here, adjusting their front row. Tip and blocked by number 15 there again to stop that ball from crossing into the Mercedes side. Great timing right there. Ooh, killer hit right there by Vets. However, Mercedes there stepping on the line, giving them their point. Ball was deflected out of bounds either way. However, the refs call it because of a line infraction. Mercedes will be losing that possession and it will be given to Mission Vets. Great tip, finding the open area. Throwing off the team of Vets. Mercedes now looking to tie this game. They have done it before. Can they get it off again? Not on this one, says Mission Vets, as that killer spike going straight into the back row. Yeah, just behind the defender, making them question if it was out of bounds or not. Which we so clearly see that it wasn't. And it was a great hit right there. Now looking to serve. Vets looking to extend this lead. Great tip right there. Great timing by number 4. Being able to get that tip. What looked like it was going to be going over. Ended up falling short. She saw that and she was able to make a play on it. And it led to a point. Great play and great effort right there. Ooh, crazy hit right there, but a good pickup for Mercedes. This hit deflected in the front row. Mercedes needed to send it over. And they do, they get it. It was supposed to be just a clearance hit. Ended up finding open space and getting them their point to tie the game. Second tie right now for Mercedes. Hopefully now they can take the lead on this one. Diving effort here by Vets. Ball looking out of control here. Ooh, and the ball hits just inside the line. Vets now with 18. Very close game in this one. Vets now looking to extend their lead. Oh, miss hit right there by Mercedes as the ball just gets away from her a little bit in the back row. Going in the right direction of out of bounds. Score is now 19-17. Diving effort there out of bounds, trying to get the ball back into play. A little hesitation there by the libero, though. However, ended up hitting the ball out of bounds. Great placement by Vets, being able to find out where they want to put the ball here. See if they target the same player or if they put it in a different spot. They do. This time, Mercedes able to recover. Great tip. However, Mercedes stepping over the line again. Unfortunate way to give Vets their 21st point. Mercedes, not a lot of mistakes in this game, but the few ones they have done have unfortunately gave away points. And in a close game like this one, that is just not something you want to be happening, especially when you're performing well, as we see here on that hit. Great powerful hit and a great pickup by the libero. Kill shots being sent by Vets and Mercedes, both teams being able to pick them up as well. End of the day, it has been the tip plays that have been scoring way more efficiently than it has been those powered kill shots by the outside hitters for Vets. Vets now with the ball, needing only 3 more to win this first set. This ball a little too close to the net. However, Mercedes able to make it work. Oh, missed timing on that hit right there, which seemed like all the time in the world. Just not enough as the ball is not hit correctly and just falls down. Timeout called here. And as both teams get into their huddles, we will be right back after this short break from our sponsors.
Programs. At BISD, 3 and 4-year-olds develop fundamental skills that pave the way to lifelong success. With quality educators, access to the latest technology, and free nutritious meals to fuel the day, our young minds explore and learn in exciting new ways. Enroll your 3 and 4-year-old today at Brownsville ISD, the best choice.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Real Sports Live Network, where we have Mercedes on our left taking on Mission Veterans on our right. Currently, the score is 23-17. Mission Vets leading here in this first set as we get going from this timeout that was called. Great hit right here by Mercedes. Another killer hit here by Vets, however deflected. Mercedes now with an attempt. Oh, ball would seem like to be out of bounds. Vets continues to play it. However, this gives an opportunity for a crazy hit as well. Mercedes has been picking those up very, very excellently and consistently. Another hit. Both these teams are just trading hit for hit. getting the deflections, being able to slow the ball down. It's insane what they're able to do. And in the end, this whole first set has been a crazy, crazy hitting game that ends up being won by a tip. As we see right there, that's all it takes sometimes. A nice change of pace right there by Mission Vets to be able to get that score to kind of throw off Mercedes. Tip right there as we see. However, this one able to get picked up right there. Nice defensive play. Crazy hit right there. Picked up, sent out of bounds, and out of the air jumps up Mission Vets to be able to get that. And Mercedes giving up a point due to a costly mistake, which ends up being the final point of that set. Mission Vets winning that off of a mistake. Heartbreaking for Mercedes as it seemed to be that rally was going very well for them. As both teams switch sides here, we will be going into the second set right after this short break.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today. Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
No matter where you are in life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Real Sports Live Network, where we have Mission Vets on our left now, taking on Mercedes here on the right side of our screen. Mission Veterans, the winners of the first set, a score of 25-17. Refs getting everybody in position right now, making sure all players are in the spots that they are supposed to be in. As both teams are looking now to be ready. Mission Vets will start off with the ball, and they look to serve. Referee now gives the green light for the serve, and we are up, and the ball is hit out of bounds as coming into the second set. Early substitution here for Mercedes. Ball deflected right there by the front row for Vets. Great hit right there, however, just not able to get it in bounds. Vets now with their first point. Great hit right here, making the Mercedes players lean just out of bounds. Great serve, being able to put it at a low spot where not even that diving effort by Mercedes could do anything. Not able to pick it up there, and now Vets will have their third point. Vets doing everything they can off of these serves, not letting the ball get too out of control here. And unfortunately right there it does, putting a little bit too much heat, setting it out of bounds. Mercedes now only down by one. Can they tie it here on this serve? And they do! Off of the serve, deflected off of Mission Vets. Mercedes now ties it. Now can they look to take the lead in this possession that they have right now? Great hit. Oh, Mission Vets, unfortunate how that ball ended up happening. Diving effort to save the ball. Unfortunately, ball returns back to Vets right when they are not looking. Mercedes taking that lead, in fact, in that possession. See if they can build momentum here now. Or can Mission Vets just destroy that dream? And nope. The ball out of bounds, rule of referees. Mercedes bench furious, assuming that the ball hit the line. Should have been in bounds. However, here it is called out. Mission Vets now with the ball. Great hit from the middle. Nice hit, being able to cross. And now Mercedes looking to attack, and they do find the open gap. Mercedes playing at their pace, being able to slowly watch the Mission Vets defense create that zone for them to hit the ball into. Ooh, unfortunate right there as the ball is served into the net. Ooh, killer hit. This ball set straight down, not going high enough for anybody else to really get the chance. Mercedes now with 6 points. Leading Vets by 1 point as they have 5. This ball looking out of bounds, and it is two-point lead now for Mercedes. Great killer hit right there by Mission Vets. However, Mercedes has been unfazed this entire game. This one, however, being able to change positioning. Now the score is Mission Vets 6 to Mercedes 7, as we have rotations in here for both teams. Great hit. However, Mercedes has been on that this entire game. Can they retry? This time with tip. Mercedes, however, prepared for that as they look to go to attack. Ooh, great hit right there. We went a snatch from Sky. However, Mercedes ends up hitting the net and crossing the line. Unfortunate. Now the game is tied 7-7. Tip right there by Mission Vets. However, just not enough. Mercedes now with their 8-point. Not quite sure. Score judges ruled it. It was still 6 points for Mission Vets. Great hit, however, into the net. Plus the defender blocking it helps get the ball back into the Mercedes side of it. Now giving Mission Vets their 7th point. Nice hit by Mercedes, being able to cross the ball to the opposite side of the court. Make the Mission Vets defenders' eyes wander around and lose track of the ball, which worked out for them. This time the serve into the net. Great tip right there by Mission Vets, front line right there in the middle, being able to tip it into the defender who just didn't have enough reaction time to hit the ball. Score is now tied up 9-9. Great killer hit right there. However, just too much heat, sailing it out of bounds. And now Mission Vets now has the lead after what seemed like forever for them. Great hit, great pickup right there by Mercedes. Ooh, jumping out of the gym practically, being able to get that hit. However, is picked up by Mercedes. This time another hit, kind of mistimes it, but turns into a tip in the end and is able to fall into the space. Ooh, there's the mistiming again, not being able to hit it. This time giving Mercedes their 10th point. Rotations here, substitution for Mercedes now as they look to adjust their front line. This game has been going back and forth this entire set. As we see here, Mercedes gives it that point for Mission Vets. 1 point difference right now, however, it has not been a difference of more than 3 this entire second set. Both teams pretty comfortable with what they are. Not doing too much, not playing superhero, but doing what they need to get done, taking those easy points that the other teams give them. Have 11-11 now. Mercedes now with the serve. Good pickup by Vets, looking to attack. Ooh, and a thunderous hit right there by Mission Vets as that ball goes straight into the defender's arms. However, not being able to get all the way up as it ricochets down into the ground. Vets now up by 12-11. Players there calling out the tip. Ooh, killer hit. However, great timing on the block, just not strong enough compared to the hit right there by Mission Vets, as they are able to break through the hands of that frontline defender and get it to fall down. Great serve right there, just putting it a little bit on the outside of the back line shoulder, making them question each other if that ball was going out of bounds or not. As we see there, it didn't. Great ball placement off of the serve there, number 5. Mercedes here not rotating properly. Unfortunately, gives up a point for Mission Vets. Referees here talking it over with the coaches and players. And the referee now talking to the coach. Referee getting everything situated, making sure that doesn't happen again. That was a brief pause from this game. Now we look to return as Mission Vets comes up to serve. Ball tipped up and saved by Vets. Being able to continue to keep this ball in play. This spike from Mercedes not able to connect cleanly as it hits the net. This time, oh, double hit by Mission Vets right there. Mercedes a 12 point. Ooh, killer hit. Just a little too much heat on that one. Oh, and it is deflected off, the judges say. As the score is now 16-12. Great hit right there by Mission Vets. Putting enough heat on that. Surely would have went down. This time deflected would have made it seem that it goes out of bounds. Hit off of Mercedes. The setup right there. Tip down the middle. Mercedes now looking to create their own shot. Oh no. This ball not being able to cross the net cleanly. 17 now for Vets. Ooh, this ball falls just straight inside the net. Back line assuming it was going to be going over, but it did not. Mercedes now in digging themselves quite a hole now, down by 6 points. Can they look to come back? Great hit right there. We see the athletic ability is still in play. Now it comes down to the mental. And there it is. They look to regain hope, getting their 13th point. Mercedes now with the ball as well. Hopefully that sparks confidence in themselves and their gameplay. Looking to carry off the momentum and potentially tie and take the lead in the second set. Point for Mercedes as the ball is tipped into the net. Great low serve, however, great pickup there by the barrel, being able to get low and get under it. This time a killer hit right there by number 2 here. Mission Vets being able to put it on a player, and they are not able to react fast enough to it. Substitutions now for both teams. Great hit. Now the score is 19-14. Mission Vets leading by as much as 5 points right now, needing one more point to hit that 20th mark. The tip right there, being able to get into the Mercedes side. 20 points now for Mission Vets. Great hit right there, able to cross positioning of the court, and a kill shot right there delivered by number 1. Mission Vets now with 21 points. Open area left behind by Mercedes on the right side of the court. Mission Vets able to take advantage of that. Great shot right there. Great vision as well. Good serve now. Both teams tipping the ball. Ooh, another kill shot there. However, this time Mercedes was ready for it. Will they be setting it up again? Yes, they do. This time Mercedes is all over that. This time a tip picked up by Mercedes. Another soft hit right there by the middle. Both teams playing great defense, and unfortunately, as soon as I say that, Mission Vets diving effort, not able to pick up the ball. 15 now for Mercedes. Mercedes now looking to serve. Ooh, killer hit right there. Mercedes able to slide down and pick it up though, however. Can they do it again? Yes, they run it back. Mercedes, same thing as well. Not backing down from it. Same player this time goes a different direction, hoping the results change. This hit not able to cross the net as it just goes down into the net. And point for Mercedes now, who now have 16, opposing Mission Vets 21. Only 4 more points for Vets to win this second set and potentially win this entire game. Little miscommunication there by Mercedes. Score is now 22 to 16. Great play by Mercedes, being able to stay patient, play their kind of game, nice pace, letting the mistakes happen to Mission Vets and taking advantage of them. Let's see here if they are able to return the favor now, and they themselves go on a crazy run. Great hit right there, deflected, however, it's slowed down enough. Ooh, powerful shot right there by Vets. They are now looking to serve. And now they do get to serve. Ooh, miscommunication right there by Vets. Same thing that happened earlier to Mercedes. Now happening it done on themselves. Score is now 18 to 23. Mercedes not that far behind. However, in the context of Vets only needs 2 more points to win, it can seem like you are down by so much right now if you're Mercedes. Mercedes now with the great hit right there, the tip. Ooh, both teams quick reactions there. Extending, oh, and a lack of communication right there by Mission Vets, not able to cover the holes that they have left there on their side of the court. Mission Vets now making substitutions. Great, powerful hit that falls just inside, giving themselves the 24th point. Game point now for Mission Vets. This point right here, off of this possession that they have, can decide the ending of the game. Will they end it here in set number 2, or will Mercedes come back and force a set 3? Great low serve right there by Mission Vets. And a powerful hit right there going into the back row, deflected off of Mercedes. And that is it, folks. That is 25-19. Mission Veterans, the winners of both first and second set. Thank you for watching here on the Real Sports Live Network. That was Mission Vets versus Mercedes. Tune in to our next game where we have Mission Vets again taking on St. Joseph. Thank you for watching, and we will be right back for that next game.
Help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
This is the island where adulting takes its own vacation. South Padre is more than an island.